Welcome back to the Vantage Point YouTube channel, and it's Wednesday, so it's a Status Quo song review, and it's a very special review because this Wednesday happens to be my birthday. So I was born several years ago on this date. Probably don't need to go into how many. So anyway, I'm sure the random number generator has got me a great song to talk about today. So we've got song number 35, which is going way back to the Mac Kelly's Greasy Spoon album, and it's the track Lakky Lady. So obviously there's discussion with Quo when they turned into the Quo you know and love, the kind of when did the Frantic 4 hard rock boogie era start, and some people will say it was Mac Kelly, while others will probably plump for a Dog of Two Head. And in fact, I assume the band went for consider this the real starting point, because when they used to do their From the Makers Of series on the back of the albums, that's where they began, with Dog of Two Head. And of course, Back to Back's the last time they did it. I assume when they came back within the army now, they kind of thought, well, it's a bit of a new band, we can't really say it From the Makers Of anymore. Although I don't have it to hand, the Alan Lancaster Life After Quo album, where he's got them on the back, and he's just put it from one of the makers of. But yeah, so Mac Kelly's it's kind of got, I guess, its foot in both camps, in the Frantic 4 era and in the more poppy stuff that came before, because you've got Junior's Wailing, which was of course immortalised on the classic live album, and then you've got the double of Is It Really Me, Gotta Go Home, which is, I guess, the first of the Quo album end tracks, the big sprawling epics, which they kind of, I guess, perfected with 4500 times, and the other one, Slow Train. But then, I guess, and your other songs like Everything and Shy Fly and Lakky Lady, they're a bit more towards the more poppy late 60s Quo stuff that they'd been doing previously. So yeah, so with regards to Lakky Lady, it kind of starts with someone as if they've just picked up a guitar and went ching, right, it's working, and then it stopped, and then they start the song proper, so it's kind of a bit of a false start. And it is an acoustic guitar that they're playing with, although it's not like a tender ballad acoustic, it's played quite hard and with some energy, and it's got some nice Hammond accompanying the guitar. So, and this will be back when Roy Lyons was still in the band, because we're pre-Frantic 4, or not quite at the amazing stuff. But yeah, it's a nice little tune, and it's really well produced and really great sound. The acoustic guitar sounds really nice, as do as does the Hammond alongside it, and then the rhythm section comes through really well. There's lots of good drum work, and you can hear the bass playing pretty well, playing a bit of a tune to accompany the guitars. So it's well put together song, and Rossi's vocals are quite loud and mixed and sounding very clear, and with some power. So it probably has got a bit of a harder edge than the spare parts and the picturesque matchstickable stuff. Although I have to confess, I'm not totally au fait with that. I've got the albums and I've heard the songs, but I've not listened to them enough to really definitely say Lakky Lady is much more harder edged than them. That's the impression I got giving it a listen today, because yeah, it's not a song I listened to it loads and loads. I knew it when I saw it come up on the list. But yeah, so it's a nice little tune. I'm not too fanatical about the guitar solo. The solo itself was fine, but it's more the sound of it. It's like, I guess, it sounds like he's playing it on the neck pickup. It just sounds a bit bright and clean. I much prefer I think it would have been could have been a better sounding solo if it was been down on the bridge pickup with a bit more dirty sound. But that was just a short little one. But yeah, so it's a pretty standard arrangement song, performed pretty well. It's got all tight, and I think again Coughlin shows that, what a great musician he was. He's really playing some nice drums behind the song and driving it along. So I mean, projecting backwards, it doesn't seem like it seems like it's not a standard Quo song, not what we'd expect from them. But I suppose at the time that didn't actually exist. They were still finding their sound and their identity. So yeah, pretty decent little tune. So I mean, I guess the big question remains is, what is a Lakky lady? And the internet wouldn't tell me. I tried putting it in and just came up with definitions for lazy, which that might be correct, because the lyrics do seem to reference a big fat lazy woman. I don't know if this is a precursor to the classic track Big Fat Mama. I know that she's then subsequently referred to as a little lady, which again, another future Quo classic. So to be honest, I'm not too sure what Lakky means, but I'm assuming it's not very complimentary. As the lyrics seem to point to the fact that he loves her despite the fact she's a Lakky lady. But there you go. So yeah, I think it's an alright tune, and I'm going to put it in my decent category. So alongside Fiji Time and the Safety Dance. I don't know whether I'd maybe say it's slightly better than those two, but I suppose the categories would be quite broad. But yeah, so that is Lakky Lady from Kelly's Greasy Spoon, and that's the 18th Quo song review I've done now. I guess number 19 will be next week.